Summer sprawling a week into September, and still muggy at first light when I step out for milk and papers to the corner store. No sun for dawn, but claggy cloud rifts and plane trees hanging their leaves, heavy and rusted and stiff as tin. Where the road bends, the A1 mechanics have turned up early, not working yet, but swigging tea in a circle of beer crates. It could be the old days, and this lean-to a blacksmith with carriage horses waiting for new shoes, noses stuffed in feeding bags. If I were living then, I'd find the low roof furred with soft cinder stains, the forge's eye widening to crimson as breeze lifts through, hammer clinks chasing their bright echoes, the thick whiff of charred hoof, and clippings the blacksmith dog wants but dare not take. But I am living now, so I slacken and call good morning, which the men choose to ignore, or cannot hear above a radio song dropping lost love notes from its hook in the rafters, down into the sun which now breaks through with odd bolts of gold into their conclave. Beautiful, grave world, your speed in space and mine have never matched. I am too slow always, or too quick, so my shots at everything fall short of where they mean to strike and stick. Love, kindness, work. Work, kindness, love. But I keep going, and here is the store open. Thank you. I grew up in a village on the borders of the counties of Essex and Suffolk in England, and my upbringing was a very country one. This is a poem that I've written about my father who died recently, and it's a remembrance of him mowing the lawn, which he did with very mixed feelings. He knew it had to be done, as we all know it has to be done, but he didn't really like it very much. I have a younger brother who also appears in this poem. You have to imagine my younger brother, whose name is Kit, and I as little boys watching my father do this. Like a lot of elegies, it's called The Mower. With stormlight in the east but no rain yet, I come in from mowing my square of lawn and paused in the doorway to glance round at my handiwork and the feckless apple blossom blurring those trim stripes and hover sweeps I had meant to last. What I saw instead was you in threadbare cords, catching the sunny interval between showers, trundling the ransom out from its corner in the woodshed. The dizzy smell of elm chips and oil, joke shop spider threads greying the rubber handles, gravel pits squeaking as the roller squashed through the yard. Then a hush, like the pause before thunder while you performed your ritual of muffled curses and forehead wipes, your tugs on the glistening string starter cable, more curses, more furious yanks, until at long last the engine sulked, got over it, sighed a grey cloud speckled with petrol bits, and wobbled into a roar. Off came the brake, and off charged the machine, dragging you down to the blazing tree of heaven at the garden end, where the trick was to reverse without stalling or scraping a hefty mud crescent, before you careered back towards Kit and me at our place in the kitchen window, out of your way. To and fro, to and fro, to and fro, to and fro, and each time a few feet more to the left, sometimes lifting one hand in a hasty wave, which told us, stay put, but also, I'm in charge. Although we understood from the way your whole body lurched lopsided on the turn, this was less than 100% true. Getting the job finished was all we ever wanted. parked with our cricket things and happy enough to wait, since we knew well enough that after you'd unhooked the big green metal grass basket, splodged with its by royal appointment transfer, lugged it off to the smoking heap by the compost, thumped it empty, then reappeared to give us the thumbs up, we were allowed to burst suddenly out like dogs into the sweet air, measure the pitch between our studious stump plantings, toss to see who went in first, then wait for you to turn up again from the woodshed where you had taken 5 minutes to wipe the blades down and switch the petrol off and polish the grass basket, although it never would shine up much, being what you called venerable. You always did come back. That was the thing. As you also come back now in the week you died, just missing the first thick gusts of rain and the last of the giddy apple blossom falling into your footprints, with bright grass flecks on your shoes and trouser legs, carefree for the minute, and young and fit for life, but cutting clean through me, then vanishing for good.